Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boys Podcast. Today, we are joined by M.
Oh, hi.
Han.
Hey.
Polar Nesty Gaming.
That was very sexual. Hi.
Silly Sloth.
Sup?
And none other than the Drew Beggs. Okay, so today we're joined by H&M Gaming, their channel on YouTube. I guess we'll just start off by why YouTube H&M Gaming? Why you into this kind of thing, huh?
It's just for fun.
It's just for fun?
Yeah.
You're not doing it for the hose?
Oh,
You're the hose.
that's a good point, but we just do it for fun.
Do it for fun. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's fair. I guess.
You ever think you're gonna turn it into a career?
Maybe a hobby, not a career.
I mean, what else better do you have to do?
School.
I mean,
No, just drop out of everything and then be YouTubers.
yeah, that's a good career path.
It is. Are you making fun of us?
What do you mean us? I haven't dropped out of school yet.
Yet.
Speaking of which, Polar Nesty, you're dropping out of school, man. Sorry about it.
Okay. I'll have to break the news to my mom. Very soft.
Silly Sloth has
Quick.
already contacted her by email.
He doesn't know her email, and if he
For
does,
some reason, she sent me a picture of her tits when I said your son's dropping out of school. What sort of response is that?
Okay. Well, go ahead.
I would have wished that upon my worst enemy, so I guess it means no.
Gets a picture of tits. Oh, fuck. Yeah, she said no. Oh, god damn it.
Wait, if that printed onto one pic. God, she's pretty big, man. I don't know.
Okay, Jesus, moving on. So Han and M, I guess of all things, why do it together channel?
I mean,
Cause she...
continue.
I was gonna say she can't find no one better than me.
Oh,
At least I have friends.
oh my god.
Oh wow!
This is turning into like a podcast.
Oh
Jerry Springer.
shit!
You wanna go?
Cat fight.
You wanna go?
Let's take this outside.
I can't. There's Corona outside.
Oh boy, here we go.
Emily, you
How about the
can't say
pussycat
that.
fight?
Oh, my bad.
Well, that's okay.
There's some unknown virus outside.
Yeah, I would say I'd blur it out, but I don't have the motivation to do that. So, YouTube demonetization, here we come.
Ebola.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ebola.
sorry.
Just say Ebola.
Let's just talk about the first episode. That's almost cracked 105 views.
Oh, I know.
The first episode went pretty well.
First episode honestly killed it a little bit, to be honest. I think now that Witty's not here for this one, it'll get like at least 5K.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
His face just drives
Fuck yeah.
everyone away.
Yeah, we replaced Witty with H&M Gaming. So.
Oh, you're gonna get so famous.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over that fucking burp. What'd you say?
I said you're gonna get so famous now.
Oh, I know. We're only clout chasing at this point.
Yeah.
We got 60K on
Right.
the video. It's crazy.
We're gonna chuck some cleavage as a profile picture as a thumbnail for this one.
Instead of like the moving triangles in the background, it'll just be like rotating boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll move on to the little introduction and piece. I guess this one's more of a home hitting question with you two. What are your feelings on Carl Weiser?
Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't care.
I'm leaving.
Tell me. Well, you don't like Carl Weiser?
You knew when this would start.
Alright, change topic. They're gonna fucking rage.
Check out the Cards Against Humanity video.
Yeah, the link to that video will be in the description below if you want to check out how much we love Carl Weiser, and somehow H&M Gaming just absolutely detests them for some reason.
Hey, I don't care about him.
Which is a sin upon everybody.
Yeah, I know. Carl Weiser is Mac Daddy OG, thick as...
He's like the Terminator's father.
Yeah, I know. I feel as if Silly Sloth is personally offended by your hatred for Carl Weiser.
Good.
Well, he's not talking because he's so mad right now.
That's why, yeah.
He's just silent with rage. He was like holding a pencil, just
Oh.
snapped it as soon as he heard him say that they didn't like him.
No, so here's a question. So before I contacted, because when I was getting a group together, a new group, I contacted H&M Gaming. So I typed in like Left 4 Dead funny moments. What do you think, like, yous would be doing? Do you reckon yous would have like joined a little group by now, or do you think yous like would have stayed solo? Like, we've done a few color videos, a couple of them didn't work out, but we've got more in the works coming up. But what do you think you'd be doing now if you weren't in a group? You reckon you'd be in another group, or just stay solo, or?
We'd probably stay solo.
Yeah.
That's
Has
fucked
anyone
up.
ever contacted you? Like, has anyone ever contacted you to like join a group, or someone said, "Hey, ever want to collaborate?"
No,
We
not
have-
really. Wait.
Well, we had man versus man.
Yeah, but they never contacted us to be in a group.
Yeah. But they
Sad
were-
Okay.
times.
I mean, that's solid. So, like, I know you said just for fun, but, like, what was, like, the point in which you guys were like, okay, we're starting YouTube and, like, starting to make videos? Like, how did that conversation go? Like, who brought it up to who?
Oh, so it all started when I was a wee lad.
Making
And,
fun of silly now, huh?
yeah, totally.
Wee lad's like fucking England type thing. We don't say
Yeah,
wee
but
lad.
she was
over here.
doing like a very bad English accent and almost sounded Australian.
Was I supposed to do an Australian accent?
I don't fucking know.
Australians are just drunk Brits.
They just say oi oi oi.
Aussie,
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! Aussie,
Oi,
Aussie,
oi,
Aussie! Oi, oi,
Cunt,
oi!
cunt.
Aussie, Aussie,
Okay, we
Aussie!
started
Oi,
it.
Look what
oi,
you
oi!
started.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi,
He's in the other room right now.
Aussie, Aussie, oi, oi!
Jesus Christ. Okay, so while he's gone, go ahead and who brought it up to who?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because it was so long ago, I'm pretty sure it was when Agario was a big thing. And I was like, Hannah, we gotta make a YouTube video on Agario.
And that's kind of how the whole thing started?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, that's pretty legit. And I do
I
have
was
to
a pro.
ask- I do have to ask, Han, why Thick Boy Squidward? Why go with that of all things for the disco?
Have you seen him? He's so thick.
That's literally the only reason? Just trying to meme on a few people?
Yeah.
Like,
he's
I mean,
like,
Patrick's double thick.
no, but like Squidward, he got all those tentacles. Mmm.
Oh my god, so we're transitioning into more of a hentai topic, and I'm not sure I'm okay with this. Before we started recording, I believe somebody said they had some work stories.
Wait, before we start recording? You're not recording?
No, I said before we started recording.
Oh. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, this was just a test.
Aw. Emily, you're gonna be hearing stories again, because I told you first.
Oh, cool.
Do you remember, it was when I first started working at my job, and I worked alone, and I got this, like, really creepy call, and they were like, hey, we're gonna come turn off your electricity, because you're overdue, and your license expired. And I'm like, bro, you should call the owner, not me. And then, like, basically, like, it ended with them trying to, like, get me to go outside. They're like, hey, we sent someone over, come outside.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like,
About to get beat up.
So then, like, I got really scared, and I called my parents, and I called the owner, and I'm like, yo, this person, like, said they're gonna turn off our electricity. And she's like, hey, whatever you do, don't go outside. So, like, they called, and I was like, hey, you come in here, I'm calling the cops. And I hung up, and they never came in.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you would have died that day.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
I-
horror story. Sell the rights to a movie studio. I'm in the mood for a good horror.
I think they wanted, I think they wanted to rob the store.
Oh, you think so?
I think they wanted to get me away from the cash register,
I mean, good thing
which
you did.
makes sense.
What were they going to do? Play it open with a crowbar? Then you still put in the code to open the cashier.
Should have just like
No.
let them rob you so you can get some money too.
Yeah,
I'll
that'd
let
be
you
good
rob us if
content.
you just give us some money.
That'd have been really
Well,
good
like-
content.
It's really old, and like the cash register, you just have to press a button and it opens. There's no locking. We don't lock it.
Oh, this is good information. Where exactly
No.
do you
So,
work?
yeah, what's the store called? What's the store called?
I know where I'm going now.
Wow.
We about to hit a lick real quick.
No,
Gonna
but
get
like we
paid.
actually we take the money out and we leave coins in it and we leave it open because a long time ago, before I even worked there, they actually did get broken into. Like we have a back door, someone completely like I don't know if they ran into it or like broke it down, but they like stole stuff. So like now we just like leave it open. That way, like if they want to rob the store, they don't like they hopefully won't break our register.
Ah,
Oh,
respectable.
that's so nice.
I mean,
But like yeah.
you get him some bus fare. That's about it. A couple
I
bucks.
feel like it was Mr. Krabs. You just smelled money and you ran in.
Yeah, basically. So did you have any other work stories? You said you had a few, or is it just that one?
I have one more like funny, creepy one. Emily, I just told you this.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So like there's this guy that came into the store and like
So
yeah, I work alone.
What do you
And-
do?
I work at a bookstore.
That's so
Who
funny.
the fuck would try to rob a bookstore of all places?
Oh yeah, I heard this fucking bookstore. They sell a lot. They got like 20k.
Hey, J.K. Rowling just dropped this new novel. Big money.
Hey, you'd
That's
be
so weird.
surprised how much books are worth. But like this guy came in and he was looking at this book back there and it was like $10 for an Abraham Lincoln book and I was like, oh, it's a steal. And like he was like, oh, you're so cute, it's a steal, mocking me. And I'm like, weird, but I'll let it pass. So like then like he comes up and he shows me this coin and walks away. So I come and hand it back to him. And then he's like, oh, you're so cute, take off your mask because it's like Corona and we have to wear masks. And I'm like, you're not 6 feet away, no thank you.
That
And
was
then,
your
like, he
only
co-
justification not to take off your mask, not because he was being weird or anything. You're just like, nah, 6 feet, buddy. No deal.
That too, but like, hey, I don't want to breathe in his stank.
Damn. That'd be
And
so
then
rude to the guy.
he came and he was gonna check out, and he literally told me his address. And he said he was down the road, and he's like, hey, you can come see me anytime.
But was he cute though?
I think he was like 50.
So
Was he
you could.
cute?
Oh.
You, didn't answer
You had the
question.
opportunity. You had the opportunity to like fucking be with a
He's-
sugar daddy.
Actually, Emily, I didn't tell you this part. He told me he was I don't know if he said millionaire or billionaire, and I don't know if he said that to like try to impress me, but it was just really funny. That made me laugh.
Did he look
bet
like he
Emily's
was
so-
stressed?
He snapped a picture of you and is licking
I
it
bet
as
Emily's
you
so
remember.
fucking mad at you that you did not take that sugar daddy option.
She's
No,
like
I'm her
fuming.
sugar daddy.
Yeah, she is.
You're like sugar friend. That's it. You guys
No,
are the same
no,
age.
She's my sugar daddy.
I'm older than her.
Oh my god.
By like
Well,
4
by like a
days.
month or something.
No.
No,
You don't
See-
get to know.
No, you don't understand, and it bugs me every day. She reminds me every single day. I'm old.
Okay, so if she bugs you with it every day, it must be by like a very minuscule amount. So it must be like a day or two.
An hour.
An hour. We're twins.
I'm approximately 3 seconds older than you.
Wait, are you really twins?
No.
No.
Damn it. You two with that fucking ominous bullshit every time.
Alright, move on with another question.
Okay. So I guess we will transition to more so everybody answering type topics, because I mean, I feel like we know enough about you fuckwits already. So
Yeah.
we're going into, let's see, I guess something a little bit more relevant to our younger group members. Your high school experiences. You got anything that's jetting out in the mind? You know, something you want to tell us?
I got caught with pot and I got suspended for a week. Pot, marijuana.
You are
If
not.
don't know about it.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, you're not the younger one in the group. I was gonna ask them because us seasoned veterans, we have a little bit more life experience. But I was gonna ask them what's still fresh in their mind.
Fair enough. I thought I was just a good youth, but whatevs.
No, we'll
I
go
thought
go
that-
after him.
I thought I'm
that's
down, I thought I'm down with a, what do you call it?
How do you do, fellow kids? Fucking Steve Buscemi. Okay, Polar, go ahead, go first. You got any interesting high school stories?
Well, besides minding my business, going to classes, and getting into fights almost every single fucking day. No, not really.
That is another category, the fights. So beside the fights, do you don't have anything like really funny or interesting?
Well, there was a asking a girl out fail.
Okay, let's hear it.
Suck shit.
Okay, so I was, you remember those shoes called Heelys?
Yeah.
Those were the best shoes. Still are.
Yeah. I found a pair in my closet and they still fit. I had big feet as a kid and I have big feet now, so they still fit. I was like,
Big dick.
oh cool, man. I'm gonna look so sick with everyone's childhood fucking Heelys on. And then it's also the same time I was gonna ask a girl out, and I had a note in my hand, but I didn't want to be a little bitch about it, so I went up to her and talked. But as I was going up to like tap her on the shoulder, my Heelys made me slip, and I pulled down her pants.
No fucking way.
Whoa.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Did the curtains match the drapes?
Yeah, that's what the audience needs to know.
She had underwear on, so
Oh wow.
I guarantee you, if
landed.
I asked you what kind of underwear it was, you'd be able to remember.
Yeah.
No, that was the crush. You definitely remembered. I would have remembered. I'm not ashamed to admit that. So.
you want to know what they look like?
No, not at all, not at all. Going on. Hannah, any funny high school stories that you can remember?
I mean, I remember some of the stories Hannah told me.
What?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, tell someone
you would
else's
always
stories.
tell me when you talk to someone at school.
Wow. Of course
Okay,
you
Hannah-
remember that.
Yeah. Go tell them some of my high school stories.
You think
Why can't you just say
I
your
don't
own
know.
high school stories?
Yeah, bro, I don't even remember my own.
Oh,
You know,
some idiot.
I mean, to be honest, senior year was the easiest year because Corona.
Oh, that's right. You guys just got done doing that, huh?
Yeah. Oh no, I said the forbidden word. I meant to say that unknown virus going around.
It's already been said by Hannah.
It's
for
been
like
established.
different
We're just
times.
rolling with it.
And
3
we
different
said it
times
first.
after. Okay, but you said it 3 different other times.
But like,
So are you
How
guys
do you
gonna tell
remember
some
that?
stories or?
I mean, if you want to know how easy my high school senior life was, yeah. So
Yeah, go ahead.
basically,
I sat down on a computer.
I didn't actually really have to do anything. So basically, our school did this thing where it's like your quarter 3 grade is just your quarter 4 grade, and you could like make up any assignment. And like I was already passed in my quarter 3 grades, so I literally just did not have to do anything, and I just passed.
You lucky son of a bitch. Some people have all the luck. I was in like 3 AP classes my senior year, and then you just get to fucking skirt on by. Oh, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Only AP classes?
Oh, here we
What's so
fucking go.
special about them?
Huh?
You
AP's
have
normal
you
classes.
have an opinion for everything.
Only AP classes? You're like this guy.
AP's
So
a normal class.
I'm going down a little fucking rabbit trail here, but you're exactly like this guy. So when I was in a medic reclass training, I had this buddy. His name was Staff Sergeant Blank, and I'm not going to tell you because, obviously I don't want to, like, fucking expose him or anything. But he's telling me a story. He had a buddy back home. And every single fucking story that he had, this guy always had, like, a story exactly the same, but, like, 10 times better. And they called him Two Bears for this exact reason. He'd be like, yeah, I went hunting this weekend. And then his buddy would be like, oh, yeah, what'd you shoot? He responded, like, I shot a bear, actually. It's pretty fucking sweet. He's like, you only shot a bear? Fuck, I shot 2 bears. Like, any fucking thing that he could come up with, he'd always, like, double it.
I hate when people try and one up everything. You've
Yeah,
fucking
that's
done.
exactly what he was
Oh
doing.
yeah, look at my baby. Oh, look at my baby. I named him George. Oh, I had 2 babies. So
Yeah, he's like, you only had one. I had 2 babies.
eat a fucking dick, cunt.
He's like, yeah, I just got awarded the Purple Heart Medal of Honor. It's crazy. You only got 1 of them. I got fucking 2. President goddamn shook my hand as well. Like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I just lost my hand in a war. Really, just lost a hand. I lost all my hands.
I fucking
bitch.
died in the war. You pansy.
I died and came back, cunt.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to old fucking Grim Reaper, told him I couldn't go out like a little bitch, so I came back. Medal of Honor. Get out of here. Like, that's exactly what Polar is.
Exactly.
Alright,
He's fucking.
coming back. So, Han, Emma, do you have any other outstanding stories about your high school experience?
Besides it being easy.
Yeah, besides being easy.
My teachers never remembered me.
Lucky. I would rather my teachers never remember me than my teachers say, I hope you fail.
I went into biology and my teacher forgot to assign me a seat. I literally went in and everyone sat down and I couldn't because
I feel
She
like
didn't
that
assign
happens
me
to you
one.
everywhere.
I bet you got like anxiety through the roof, like right after that. You're like, fuck, where am I gonna goddamn sit? I'm so scared.
yeah.
Does that happen to you everywhere you go, Hannah? Like, you go out for dinner with your family, and like the waiter will seat all your family. You're still like there standing, like, what about me? Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about you.
Hannah's
Yeah.
like Kevin from Home Alone. You just get left, like goddamn 20 people on vacation. They forget you.
Yes.
Okay, so we have an easy
I
high
have
school.
7 people in my family and they forget me. You can go now.
So we have a kid that beats up people. We have 2 people that just had a fancy high school experience, just chillax as fuck. What about you, Drew?
I was gonna say, you want me to go or you go?
Oh, you go.
Okay, so high school was a fucking trip. So like, I wouldn't identify myself in any group besides like the kind of person who like talk to everybody. You know, I was like fucking. I hung out with more of the like the middle people. You know, you have those elite fucking pricks that are like, oh, I'm in fucking football, I'm in varsity, man, fucking lick my
So the
nuts.
Chads.
Yeah, you have the fucking Chads. Well, I was in like in the middle, and we always had like a good fucking time. So I had this buddy, and I won't mention his name, but I remember clear as fucking day. We always like would eat our lunch, then go to the bathroom and like fuck around, and we'd grab like handfuls of fucking soap and like clap it at people, and they just get like splattered with fucking soap. And there's one day, yeah, he went in there and he brought an apple with him. He's like, hey guys, check this out. Fucking throws that shit in the toilet, it flushes it, it clogs up the toilet. And then like an hour later after lunch, there's like an announcement over the fucking intercom, and the principal's talking. He's fucking heated. He's like, I don't know who flushed a damn apple down the fucking toilet, but whoever it is getting charged with it. And I swear to God, they had that bathroom shut down for like 3 weeks because they had to like literally remove the toilet from the wall to unplug that shit. And every single time,
I wish I thought of that idea. I would have done that in high school.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
was
fucking
fucking
brilliant
classic.
idea.
oh, I got the fucking, what's that fucking shit called? You go and it's like you get in trouble and you have to like stay like an hour after school or whatever. Detention.
Detention.
I got that during the fucking winter. So like it was our class right before lunch. It was like about a minute before the bell would ring. So me and the same guy who just fucking flushed the apple down the toilet. Me and him would like leave like a minute early and go to lunch and be like, yeah, fuck this shit. And we got caught one time. We had to fucking get detention. Our detention was going outside and breaking up ice off the fucking sidewalk. Because like, oh, you're in detention, you're gonna do some fucking manual labor. I'm like, dude, I'm sure you're not allowed to do this. Like,
That's so weird in America. We do have detention over here, but no schools in Australia do like detention after school. Like you have to stay behind after school. Like,
really?
I see it in movies. Like people staying behind after school in detention and that type of shit, or fucking doing like manual labor and shit. Like our detention is just sitting in a classroom during lunch break or recess and write lines out. That's like what we do.
Wait,
And
one quick question. How long into your school career did you have recess?
So it'll be like period 1, period 2, and then recess for like 10 minutes.
In high school?
Then period, yeah,
Dude, that's fucked.
and then period 3, period 4, and then we'll have lunch, and then some schools will have 2 lunches. So period but they'll be longer periods. But in a normal school, it's period 1, period 2, recess, period 3, period 4, lunch, period 5, period 6, home time.
You had 6 periods in a high school?
Yeah.
That's so fucked. I'm
Starts to
more
suck.
pissed about the fact you had fucking recess.
I had recess.
What the fuck? Did you guys have recess?
No.
That's
In
what I thought.
elementary school.
Yeah, in elementary.
Yeah.
When I was a little
The only
bitch.
time I
I don't have recess now. This big boy.
Yeah, I have lunch all day now.
Exactly. I actually, I have another fucking story, and then I can throw it over to you, Sloth. So, it was, I think it was, yeah, I was with the same guy who flushed the fucking apple down the toilet. And this was before I had my
Fuck
own
that
car.
guy.
And he was
only
driving.
one guy.
Huh?
Oh yeah, look, he's done it again. Polo, shut the fuck up. Drew, go on.
But so I was with him, and we were in his car. We were getting ready to leave the fucking school parking lot, and I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Either there was somebody behind him distracted him, or something. But he wasn't looking forward, so I guess he let his foot off the fucking brake, and the car in front of us had this bigger fucking dude. Like he wasn't like muscle, but he was like fucking chonk, like big as fuck, and. It was like it's like a video game, you know, like when something hilarious happens, you have like the perfect camera angle for it. Well, it was like that, but like IRL. And he was like looking at something, and he had his foot off the gas, and like immediately when we rammed into the back of this dude, like I was looking straight through his windshield, through the back of the other guy's windshield, and I could see exactly how he reacted to getting hit. And as soon as we hit him, his whole fat body like fucking sucked up the steering wheel, and he like hugged it. He fucking like bounced back. It was like a fucking reverb. And he like turns around, looks through his back window, just throws up his hand like, dude, what the fuck? And doesn't do anything else. Oh man. I hope he fucking listens to this, because he knows exactly what I'm talking about. But go ahead, Sloth.
Oh yeah, the getting caught with marijuana. What else have I got up to? Oh, okay. So we had this librarian, and he was such a cunt. Like he had he had a big nose. He was German, and he was an angry fucking prick. So he'd target me because my brother, when he was in high school, he got in big trouble all the fucking time, and he ended up getting expelled for flashing his dick. So yeah, he got expelled, and then I go to high school like a year later, and yeah, fucking teachers just think of me as the Satan's fucking brother, but I wasn't. I was actually like a sort of a good kid. But yeah, so that librarian hated me because my brother. So one day, like this was in grade 10, year 10. One day, me and my friends, we all hate the librarian. So I thought, alright, let's fucking do something. So I got this bottle of we got this dairy milk bottle, like coffee, like a bottle of coffee, and we put so much shit into it. Like a guy pissed in it.
Oh,
we put
Jesus.
some candy in it. We'd fucking put some paint stripper in it. We'd put some tea in it. We'd put milk in it. We'd put Coke in it. And then one day, after that, we put it in this cabinet, and the bottle falls over, and legit, that almost burnt a hole in the cabinet. We don't know what we've done to that fucking bottle, but there was some toxic shit in there.
Put like everything
So,
except for fucking plutonium in it. That's how.
Yeah. So like it full on tore paint off of the fucking cabinet, and yeah, like so the next day, yeah, we just picked it up, found it again. Like, oh yeah, good, there's still a lot in it. So we took it into the library, jumped on it. It fucking went everywhere. It ranked out the whole fucking library. They shut down the library for 2 days, and they saw all of us. They saw all of us
big was
running
this
out
bottle?
of there. It was just like a normal like 600ml bottle. Yeah, fucking like it went all over the books and shit. He was fucking fuming. He saw all of us running. He was like, "No, what one of you done this?" I'm like, I don't know what you're on about, mate.
Was he
And
German?
and fucking yeah, so like, oh, there you go, another opinion that's not needed. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, did you just ask if he was German?
Yes.
Yeah, he established that he was German.
But yeah, so fucking
You
just
expect me to listen?
mainly that and getting caught with weed. That's like my own high school stories.
Oh, I do have one more, and I guess it was just like my little group of friends. We did this thing where it's like during the lunch period we'd like run out to each other's cars and like throw food and random shit at each other's cars, basically, you know, because it was fucking funny. And there was one time I was leaving the parking lot after I had my car, and then it was just me and my car, and then my group of friends were all like carpooling, and they're right behind me, and all of a sudden I see one of them peek their little fucking bitch ass head out the sunroof. They have an ice cream cone in their hand, fucking huck that thing on my car, but it lands like perfectly on the fucking bumper. So I get out, scoop that shit up, and huck it at his windshield, and it fucking splattered everywhere. And that was just a little precursor. And this is how the food war ended. It was my lunch period. Didn't have it with any of my buddies, so they wouldn't know what I was up to. I got a big ass fucking cup of ranch, and I went out to buddy fucking, not the guy who flushed the apple down the toilet, but a different person. Went up to his car and just like globbed it on there, but I didn't like spread it around or smear it around. I just fucking, I put it on the windshield, so that way when he comes out, lifts up the cup, it'll like goop out and shit. It'd be funny. Well, I didn't see him leave or anything. Fucking got home, and I get a text from him like an hour later, and he's like, "Hey, did you put ranch on my car?" And I was like, "Nah, man, it wasn't me." He's like, "Well, I got into a fucking car accident." I'm like, "No fucking way you did." Sure as shit, this dumbass, bro, I'm talking fucking high tier dumbass, goes out to his car, fucking sees it, you know the ranch, fucking lifts up the cup, it just like goes a little bit place, like obviously you can still see out your fucking windshield. He fucking gets in his car, turns on his windshield wipers, like that'll fucking fix it. Just smeared the whole fucking windshield. But on top of that, he's still at the school. Could have gone inside and gotten some fucking towels or something. Fucking decides to try to drive with ranch, just covering his entire windshield. Gets fucking T-boned and rolls his fucking car. Dude, it was fucking insane. Like, I'm like, dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I fucking put that shit on your car, but you're a dumbass for not cleaning it up. And he's like, no, it's your fault. I'm like, no, it's not. You have fun at the fucking hospital, you fucking prick. Like,
Wow.
Because he had glass at his elbow and everything. I'm like, dude, that's what you fucking get. Like, be stupid like that. Play stupid games, win the fucking dumbest prizes. Oh shit, got me all heated up and shit. I'm all fucking ornery now. I guess we'll move on to any fights. Anybody been in a fight here besides Sky? We'll come back to you. Or Buller Nesty. Hannah, M, you ever been in a fight?
Like a fist fight?
Yeah.
Any fight.
Well, like, obviously I've been in, like, arguing.
No, like fight.
Like a
fist
like
fight, fisticuffs.
like a contact fight.
No.
Punches thrown, hair thrown, kicks thrown.
Yeah, me neither.
Slaps.
I never been in a fight.
No fights?
Pun-
I saw
Punch in the
someone
titty
get
fight.
Yeah, punch in the titty fight. I heard that hurts. Does it hurt?
I feel like getting kicked in the balls though would be. Like,
Getting kicked in the balls definitely hurts more than getting punched in a boob.
Yeah.
No
I saw
comment?
someone get, like, thrown a fork and it got stuck in their ear.
I mean, that's legendary though. Imagine
was
that
their
fucking
ear?
accuracy.
It was by someone that literally has no aim, too. They didn't, like, they threw it, but, like, they didn't mean to hit him.
Cross map knife throw. Got him.
Alright, well, Drew, what about you? What's your fight story?
I haven't been in too many scraps in my day. I think it was mainly when I was in basic training that I like a lot of bent up aggression just finally fucking left my body. So I did this thing before I even left for the military where like I stopped cursing like for a long time, and it was like I think about a week, 2 weeks, maybe. I think it was about 3-4 weeks into basic training. I was still not cursing at all, just like fucking going through shit. I swear to God, worst experience I've ever had in my fucking life. Was like the first couple of days in basic. So I got through that, and I'm like, I could probably get through this without fucking cursing still. And there's this thing called Fire Guard, and it's like 1 hour shifts. There has to be 2 people up. So it's like already on the lack of sleep you're getting, you have to fucking stay up an extra hour. But we had enough people on our bay where it's like, okay, you would do it one day and then you'd be off the next day, and like 4 or 5 people had to do it 2 days in a row. And let me tell you, those people were fucking pissed when they had to fucking go twice in a row. And I was in charge, like towards the end, I was in charge of all that and like leading like the platoon and shit. And I was like going around fucking getting names for like the fire guard shift. Like I'd done nothing different. It was just like okay, I'm going down the line. And for some odd reason, this fucking night, everybody had to have a case of the fucking ass when I was coming around doing it. They were like, oh, bro, I just fucking did it. I'm like, yeah, so did everybody else just fucking do it. But you gotta fucking do it now. Like, just like quit fucking getting on my dick about it. And, but keep in mind, that was like PG. I didn't fucking say anything. I didn't like curse. And, what the fuck was that?
Don't need to worry about it, man.
Jesus. Did you get in a fight with your fucking keyboard? Like, so like I have like 5 or 6 fucking people just like bitching at me like little fucking kids. So we had these things called like, you know what a camelback is? It's like a little backpack with water and shit. And like we always had to have those on because it was like in fucking Oklahoma, hot as shit all the fucking time, and they didn't want anybody fucking passing out. So I was walking around doing that with my little fucking Camelback on. This was like right before we're about to go to bed, and I just fucking snapped. I yanked my shit off, fucking chucked it at my wall locker. I'm like, all right, if anybody wants a fucking problem with me right now, like about the fucking fire guard shift, we can settle this like fucking men. And then I think it was like something like a drill sergeant had like just coming up, so like we couldn't do anything like that. But we had a combatives day, and like that little fucking moment in time was like ingrained into my brain. Like anybody, so like little pause real quick. Combatives day, like you learn the basic of like fucking hand-to-hand combat, and then you can challenge anybody you want. So like that fucking moment was ingrained in my fucking mind until that very day, and I'm keeping in mind it was like 2-3 weeks later, and like by that time I'd been like, cursing up a fucking storm. I was like all pissed off all the time. And finally came to combatives day, and like everybody that I fucking challenged, like I fucking beat. And I mean, to the extent of like beyond military fights, not really. I mean, oh wait, I just thought of one before I joined the military. Is at my actual graduation / going away party. I had my buddy there, and he's fucking pissing me. So for some odd reason, my sister's husband thought it was a good idea just to roast the shit out of me for no fucking reason. And then like of course everybody starts joining in, and like you know there's a line, like you can tell when somebody's kind of getting irritated. Well, I was starting to get like a little irritated. I'm like, all right, well, this is fucking stupid. Like I'm about to fucking leave. Everybody's just roasting my dick off, and everybody stopped except for this one fucking dude. He's just like, oh yeah, blah blah, fucking making fun of me. I'm like, okay, so I got to think in my mind, I want to get physical with this fucker right now. But I have to think of something to say to piss him off so we can actually take this outside. So I remembered he was in wrestling for like a fucking year. So it was just completely unrelated. I'm like, yeah, that's why you fucking suck at wrestling, pussy. And he's like, I don't fucking suck at wrestling. Like, I'll show you. I'm like, all right, let's go outside. I'm like, damn, that's quicker than I fucking thought. We're going outside. So he comes at me, and I shit you not, like, it was like a fucking duck or something like that, but somehow I was behind him. And like I fucking suplex his ass onto the ground, and everybody's like, "Oh, get off him, get off him!" He gets up and he's just like, "Fuck you!" And then just runs away, dude. Other than that, like I haven't like really like fist fights. Nothing off the top of the dome I can think of. Oh shit! What about you, Sloth?
I got a few little biffs when I was a kid. There was this one time in high school. Like me back in the day, I was an angry person. I had to do a little bit of anger management back in the day, but when I was at the peak of my like worst of being an angry cunt, it was in high school, and there was this one guy who was like he's like 5 times bigger than me. He was a big guy, and he played footy. Oh, rugby, or whatever the fuck he's call it, football.
What the fucking footy?
Footy's just like a slang for it.
Is it football or rugby? Because those are two different sports.
Yeah, so football is soccer, but
No,
we
soccer
still
is
call.
soccer.
Yeah, so we still call. Oh, okay, so what do you call football then? Like rugby?
We call football, soccer, rugby.
What's the difference between football and rugby?
Rugby's like more extreme.
Okay,
No pads or anything.
So yeah, we have that over there. We just call it rugby and we call it football. They don't have any pads or anything on. So yeah, like we got soccer and football, aka rugby, and yeah, he played footy, and he was the person that was in primary school, bullied me all the way through fucking high school, and yeah, but not much happened. Me and him just got to punch up, bleeding. Had to fucking we both got suspended, but that's all about it. Like I got in a few biffs, but I can't think of the top of my head.
Okay. So
I did want to punch the fucking librarian out. He was a cunt.
So I guess you could quite literally call him a grammar Nazi. Okay, moving on. Polar Nesty. Any fights?
Yeah.
Want to talk about it?
Well.
He's just like, no.
No, I don't want to talk about
Nah,
it.
not really. How about the worst one?
Yeah, let's go with the worst one.
Okay, so I just moved to this new school and I'm like a pretty chubby kid. Have acne. I had my braces in, you know, I look like a fucking dumbass.
The
I knew
pure
that.
fucking nerd.
The purest fucking nerd. all I was missing was the glasses. Like, that's all I needed, and my Pokemon cards in my hand. You know, that's all I needed. But there's this table just like right across from me where these whole bunch of kids, the white and blacks, no racism, just wanted to talk about me, sitting all alone over there, just that little fucking kid, and it pissed me off. So I went over to their table and I slammed my food on the desk or table, whatever, and they all looked at me like, "You got beef?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got beef. It's right here." And I slung it at him, and that pissed him off. And he said, "Come to the bathroom." I'm like, "Why? You want to fucking touch pee-pee?" He's like, "Hell no." And then he got so fucking mad. We did the fight in the cafeteria right there, and he punched me, but it was like the wimpiest punch I've ever seen. He's like, "Yeah, you like that?" And then he started like doing like these little dance moves, like just jumping back and forth between two places, doing off like ghost shots, saying, "Yeah, you can't even see my fucking fists. They're too fast, right?" So what I do to him is that I put my hands against my chest in like a X pattern, and I charge at him, and it flops him on his ass. That pisses his other friends off. Then we do go down to the bathroom, and then one guy said, "Everyone just back off. I got this guy."
This sounds like the best anime I've ever fucking like heard in my life. Cue the JoJo music.
You know, just one guy, he said, "Everyone back off. I got him." And what he does is that he takes off his boot. It's not steel-toed, but the toes are really hard, and he slams it against like this fucking the bathroom door. Say, "It's a hard boot, isn't it?" So what he does is that he slings it at me, misses by a mile. I didn't have to dodge. He just misses by a mile. Said, "Bet you were scared, huh?" No, not really, because you missed mostly. Then he just comes around and chunks me right at my jaw, and then like he complained because his hand got hurt.
Dude, it sounds like you went to school with a bunch of fucking losers.
It really was.
Like the intimidating factor is throwing a boot and missing. Like, "Hey, did you like that, bitch?"
Yeah.
That's more where that came from.
You know, he completely fucking missed, and he punches me in the fucking face, and like, I always knew I had a hard head. I was able to break fucking 4-inch piece of wood in my head, not feel anything, but he punched in my head, and he fucking shook his hand, is like, "Ow, god damn it." So what I did was like, "Oh yeah, my head's hard." I grab him by his collar and I just fucking headbutt him.
The fucking one-liners, man.
just fucking headbutts him. And then he wanted to start talking about my family, and I'm like, "You don't do that." So I sit on him, and I go berserk, and I just start punching just repeatedly.
Did you sit on him or did you mount him?
I mounted him.
Okay.
I had a completely different image in my head when you said sit on him.
Yeah.
Fucking perverts.
Okay, good. That story has finally ended.
Shut up, bitch boy, or else I'll fuck you up too.
What, you gonna fucking sit on me? You gonna fucking sit on me?
Sit on me?
You like that?
Put your face right between my
Yeah,
butt
you
cheeks.
fucking like that?
Your cheeks right. And
Okay. Well, that was
that's
a
the
nice
worst one.
Oh God help the other ones. What'd you do to the other guys?
Oh, they fucking ran.
Oh. Okay, so I guess
Like
move-
I can always tell you more, you know.
No,
I'm always up for it.
Drew.
I
Continue,
guess
Drew.
Time when I bloodied my knuckles. Yeah.
I guess we'll move on to the thing that kind of follows fighting in high school a lot. Trouble with the law. Go ahead and take it away, Sloth.
Yeah, so December, right before Christmas. Like I used to work in a pub before. Then now I'm working in support work, and I drive home drunk all the fucking time because like working in a pub you get free alcohol, and I took abuse of that shit. I drove home drunk all the fucking time for about fucking almost 3 fucking 4 years, and it's a good 20-minute drive. 20-minute drive to get home, and I'll drive past the cop. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm done. Nah, didn't get pulled over. Drive past the cop the next night. Didn't get done. Drive past the cop. They would never pull me over. They wouldn't flash the lights or anything. And then at work, this good bartender was there, and she was like, "Are you sure you want another drink? You should go home. You're getting a little bit drunk." I was like, "Oh no, I'll just have a roadie. Just give me a roadie." And then
Oh, hang on. What is that?
roadie's like takeaway alcohol. Like fucking, they'll just put like the can or the bottle you're buying, put it in a paper bag, and you can take it out. So it's like takeaway alcohol, like a. So yeah, so I got a bottle of beer. I'll just call it a bottle. I doubt you would know what a stubby is.
A stubby.
A stubby of beer. So yeah, I got my stubby at super dry, and then I drank that while I was driving. Went to it, and I didn't want to go home, so I went to the club that's in my town, and I went there for like 2 or 3 beers. Put some money in the poker machines, lost all that shit. So I fuck, I'm just gonna go home. Get in my car, go home. Cop drives past me. I look in the rearview mirror, and yeah, they pulled me over. And then yeah, I done all the normal shit you do when you get pulled over, and I was cracking jokes with them because I'm not one of those people that would have fucking abused the police. Like, police fucking help everyone. So I was like, I just made their night even funnier. I cracked police jokes. Fucking, I done all sorts of police jokes. They laughed at it, and then I lost my license for like it was about 4 months, and then I went to court, had to get a lawyer, and then the lawyer managed to let me keep my license, but be on a 2-year good behaviour bond. And now I still have not completed my 2-year good behaviour bond, so it's gonna be fucking a long process until I have all my points back on my license.
So essentially, you were cracking jokes, and they were like, "Ha ha ha ha! The hands behind your back, man."
Yeah, like,
Like, you're going
even when I was in the back of the police car, still cracking jokes. Even when I was in the police station, still cracking jokes. Just like keeping them entertained instead of fucking being like any other cunt that would be like, "Oh fuck you cops, you fucking pigs, fuck you, oh you fucking maggots, oh yeah, you pull me over. Why don't you go fucking pull over someone that's actually doing something wrong?" Like, they hear fucking all that, and if you do that, and the best thing is, when I was at court, a guy done the exact same thing. He blew the same range as I did, and because he was being a cunt to the cops, they'll write that down on a piece of paper, like, was abusive, blah blah blah, would not resist arrest, blah blah blah, and then like the judge would read it, and he got what I was expecting I was gonna get. He got a $3,000 fine, lost his license for 12 months, and has to blow this special thing in order to start your car, so that thing will detect you've got alcohol.
Jesus.
And you have to take that back to the special place and get it renewed every month, and it costs $100 to get that fucking little device renewed. I was ready to get all that shit, and the judge was like, "Your lawyer makes a good case, blah blah blah."
You're wearing a
And
cunt.
I wasn't a cunt. So if you ever do something shitty and the cops get you, don't fucking be a cunt.
Well, I mean, lesson learned, I guess. Just if you're gonna drive drunk, make sure you have a fucking bag full of zingers to tell the cops.
Yeah, that's it. That's my only thing. Like, I do a lot of fucked up shit, but that's the only time I've had trouble with the law.
What about you, Han? I could probably already tell you what their answer's gonna be, but
I would fucking be bazonks if they've got more stories than I do.
yeah, please.
I got arrested when I was 2.
You're full of shit. Oh wait, no, yeah, obviously you are.
I was drinking someone else's mum's breast milk.
So I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, no, I have a story of my friend who almost got in trouble.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically,
Say their name too. Full name.
he was walking
never
to
been.
school, but like he's already graduated and like school's still in session, and then cops see him, and then they apprehend him because he's trespassing, and then they let him go. The end.
Some story.
Real fucking.
That
real
was a
fucking
roller
tearjerker
coaster.
there. Yeah. I was gonna say I was on the edge of my seat.
The plot
Sell
twist.
that movie rights.
The plot
Yes.
twist when they let him go.
Sloth, I think I'm gonna have to cut out your story. You can't top that.
No, please do. I'd be embarrassed if mine was there too.
What about you, Nesty? What do you got?
I went to jail.
No fucking way. For what?
I got I had the same description as somebody else. Man, I went to jail for it. I don't even know what the crime was. Is that all I know is that I went to jail.
It's just your luck.
Yeah, just wrong place, wrong time.
This tall, lumbering Russian man.
You know, I started speaking Russian, but like, I don't know these people. I don't know these people.
Yeah. They just like turn around. They're just like, shut up, commie. You're going away. They spit at you through the bars in the back of the vehicle.
I buy donuts.
Okay, so I guess
I made a lot of friends though.
Huh?
I met a lot of friends.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How long were you in jail for?
About 2 hours. Until I
Classic.
caught the real guy.
Do you tell this story to girls to like get them more interested in you, and then they ask,
girls
so,
don't come into
how long?
forfeiting me.
So how long were you in jail for? 2 hours. Not interested.
shit.
No,
I mean,
fuck off.
It upped your street cred.
Well, I live on the streets, so I hope so.
Oh, there you
Did you
I'm
get
just
it?
kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I live in a shitty neighborhood with a nice house.
Well, there you go.
Everyone here hates me. I chase their daughters.
I
around
also
with a
live
knife.
on the streets. Like my house is next to a street.
My house
You're
is on the
fucking
street, idiot. Huh.
Jesus.
Get
I live in an
played.
apartment, so. Okay.
Fucking New Yorker.
Someone's privilege.
Who, me?
No, I'm kidding.
She's not kidding. She meant to.
No, what's next on the topic, Drew?
I was gonna talk about how I was in trouble with somewhat the law, I guess, at one point.
Nah,
But you work for the
next topic.
army. That's against the army law.
This was before I was in the army.
Okay.
Well, it was like,
Join-
going in with that
are
dirty
you still
record?
allowed to? Are you still allowed to join the army even if you've got a criminal record?
yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the recruiters would go tooth and nail to try to get you in the army. Oh, you killed 3 people? Yeah. When they ask about it, just say no.
Say
I've
they
got
were
a
Nazis.
I've got a criminal record now. That fucking blows all my plans.
Oh, you better hope this YouTube thing actually works out.
Like, I'm still allowed out overseas. If you have a criminal record, you're not usually allowed overseas, but because it's such like a small crime, like I'm still allowed overseas. Thank fucking god.
Yeah, no. Then we'd never have the boys meetup.
Yeah.
But oh, okay. So my story kind of deals with like school as well. It's back when I was like in elementary school. So there's like these fucking 8th graders, and I think I was in like 5th grade. And they were like beefing and shit like that, and like I was part of like their little gang at the time. So I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna beat him in this fight, and shit like that. Well, one of them had a fucking sick ass dagger, and he brought it, and it was like on school grounds, but it was during the weekend. And like of course, like 5th grade me, I see this fucking sick ass knife. It was like in the shape of a flame. So I'm like, dude, that's fucking crazy. And then like they like settled their fucking beef. They didn't fucking stab anybody or anything. Well, then he threw it in the dumpster, and dumbass little me was like, oh shit, that thing was fucking cool. I want it. So I jumped in the dumpster to grab it, and we buried it under some gravel because I was gonna come back for it. And sure as shit, my fucking brother and sister fucking ratted. They dined me out so quick. They brought it to the fucking principal's office, and they were like, hey, there's a knife on school grounds. I got fucking expelled for it. No, I didn't get expelled. I got suspended for 2 weeks. So that was my only trouble with the law, I guess.
That's a law.
Damn.
Yeah. I guess
Story similar to that in 6th grade, but I didn't have 2 weeks suspension.
What'd you have?
1 day.
What the fuck?
You know, I had a pocket knife and they caught me with it. And I'm like, I didn't know that was in there. So if this fucking heavy pocket knife, I knew it was in there. I didn't know it was in there. Suspended for 1 day.
Nobody's catching you lacking. You always got that thing on you.
Next day they patted me down though.
Oh yeah.
Or when I came back. Yeah.
Let's
I didn't check my book back though. Idiots.
He done it again. Shut up. No. Stop talking.
You do not tell Russian bear what to do. Okay, so I guess going more so into our YouTube kind of lives. Not so much currently, but back in the day, you know, back when you were wee lads, as Em and Han would put it. What games could you find yourself playing like the most? Say it's like, oh, you're homesick from school, or even before that. What are some of the games that you guys used to play?
Cool
Like on
math
YouTube?
games.
Oh.
Yeah, cool math games are the fucking shit.
I'm
I
sorry.
only played those games when I was in ISS, bored out of my mind.
I couldn't.
I mean, I'm a good
What did Em and
child.
Han say? My headphones came unplugged.
Cool math games.
Oh, cool math was the best. Fucking runner.
What was your favorite cool math games? N&M.
Balloon Tower Defense.
Yep, I remember that one.
That was a classic. What about console? Console games?
I mean,
think-
back in the good old days, we had a Wii.
I would dust
What?
anybody in this
Esports?
fucking chat off in Wii Bowling. Take that to the fucking
Oh,
bank.
Nah,
Wii
you
bowling's not even that fucking old.
I mean,
won't-
they
you'll
are only
never be
18.
able to beat me.
Wait,
in
so
Wii
they were
bowling.
they were
Yeah.
born in 2002.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Fucking 1995 baby here, bitch.
1998.
2002.
Imagine being born in the 2000s. Cringe.
Fucking losers.
Imagine being a fucking millennial.
No, I'm technically Gen Z still. So is Sloth.
So, and M and Hen, like, what consoles did you have as wee lads?
Are you calling them M&M?
I don't know, M and Hen.
M and Hen?
M and Hen.
I'm a hen. I'm a hen.
Fuck it, I'm gonna... Fuck your name! Emily and Hannah!
Oh no.
Emily
you
and
said
Hannah,
alcoholic
what
dad,
consoles
psychopath.
did you have as wee lads?
Emily, you can go first.
A Wii.
Just a Wii?
That's it? No, like Super Nintendo or anything?
I think
doubt-
we had a Game Boy. We also had DS.
Did you have
No,
a
I got it.
GameCube?
Nope.
No.
Actually,
I doubt
maybe.
that.
Actually, I don't know.
Well,
Did you have a purple console?
No.
In the shape of a fucking cube?
I think
No?
Did you have a Nintendo at least?
we had a Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
SNES, nice. Those are the best. Besides the N64, I honestly love that a little bit more.
What about
do
you,
mean,
Hannah?
What do you mean we? Are you talking about on behalf of Hannah as well, or like your?
No, like me and my
They
like
made-
family.
Oh.
They're not
okay.
twins, Drew.
I'm still hesitant. Okay, go ahead, Hannah.
I think my parents had the GameCube.
Fucking classic.
Yeah, but I never saw anyone play it.
Yeah, it didn't really pick up that. Like, they made some good games for it, and it did go good, but that GameCube didn't hold up to the PS1 and Xbox original.
Yeah, I
but,
feel
like,
as if it would have. You'd see more mainstream Nintendo consoles.
Yeah. But no, fucking Nintendo is shit. Like, they make good games, but why do they make their consoles so fucking HIV?
I mean, the Switch is pretty solid though. Like for a mobile gaming
Oh.
device, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm thinking about picking up a Switch.
But
My
like
Joy-Cons drift.
Say what?
Oh, my Joy-Cons drift.
Your
It drift?
Joy-Cons drift.
You know how like
Like you
It'll
won't be
drift?
touching it, and then it'll like curve to the side.
yeah, like it just
Yeah.
moves on its own.
Yeah. What'd you do? Did you fucking throw it?
No, I'm pretty sure it's like because my mom plays on it a lot and she eats while she plays on it.
Oh, sure, blame
Always
her.
blaming
Yeah,
somebody
it didn't
else.
drift, and then like all of a sudden, now it does.
I'm telling
It's
her.
always somebody else's fault.
Yeah, you know your mom fucking raged and just hucked your fucking Switch against the wall.
What about you, Paula? What consoles did you have?
The first console I ever played on was the Wii, and then
Fucking
my great aunt had the Nintendo 64, like the old one where you actually had to put like these little squares
Yeah.
into the. And
yeah,
then
Nintendo 64, nice.
They're
and
called
then
cartridges.
my dad also had the PS2 where he played all of his games on. Then we got the PS3. He has a PS4. I have the Xbox 360, the Xbox One. And Elder Scrolls will always be my favorite, starting with Morrowind.
Man, Sloth, do you feel old as fuck like hearing that some of the first consoles they played were Wii?
Is a Wii. That's fucking
Oh my
weird.
god.
Did you guys have Leapfrog?
Yeah.
That little fucking handheld bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing commercials for those.
Oh,
Does
that's
anyone
amazing.
remember? I'm not sure if it's America. Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
I've heard it. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of it. I knew like a little fucking little bitches that had it too.
They
I had
were
the
annoying.
off-brand Tamagotchi and it never worked. So I basically
What was it
killed
called?
an unborn. I don't know. It was called Tamagotchi, but I bought it like a market where a lot of bootleg shit gets made.
50 cents. 50
So-
cents. You can have these.
Yeah, so I bought a Tamagotchi and I basically killed an unborn thing because it never fucking worked.
It's like artificially
oh my-
fucking made. Your Tamagotchi has like a cleft lip.
So when I was a wee kid, I started on the Sega, and then it was a Nintendo 64, and then the PS1, PS2, and then I went out and got an Atari. So that's what our dads all played, and parents that's what our parents fucking played. The old Atari. That was fucking awesome games on there. And then back to PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was like the best console of all fucking time. And then got the Xbox 360 after that, and then an Xbox One, and then I went out to get a PS3 so I could play more of the Ratchet and Clank games. And then we're here today with the PS4. But all-time best console, fucking PlayStation 1 and 2, best fucking console out there.
Think so?
Yeah, like a lot of good games are on fucking like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and Sega. Like I remember playing the Sega game where you're on a bike, like a motorbike, and you have like chains and you fucking hit cunts to your left side and your right side and shit. But yeah, fucking then the Nintendo 64, like fucking Donkey Kong. Yeah, fuck yeah.
You ever
Snowboarding
play
kids.
Conker's Bad Fur Day?
I think that does ring a bell. That does ring a bell.
It's very inappropriate. I don't know what the fuck fucking like 7-year-old me was doing playing that game. You had to bounce
A
on some
couple of-
sunflower titties.
No, I don't think about it.
Yeah, that shit.
But,
you had to
a couple
beat
of-
a fucking monster completely made out of shit.
A couple of years ago, my brother asked to borrow my Nintendo 64, so I let him borrow it, and he has a house party, and it got stolen. Like, that fucking pissed me off.
Boom gang.
Like, I've got all these consoles down in my garage still, and I'm still like a collector. I still buy games for all those consoles. And one day, when I own my own house instead of renting, I'm gonna have my own fucking pimped out fucking gaming room. It's gonna be dope as fucking shit.
The man cave.
Fuck yeah, no girls allowed.
Yeah, you gotta be fucking.
Yeah, get out
cool,
of
man,
here,
with that.
Hannah.
I just remembered.
Did you say
that-
shout out Hannah?
No, I said get out of here, Hannah.
Oh yeah.
Because you're the shit.
What?
But I just remembered that my great aunts and uncles also had a Magnavox Odyssey.
Oh what?
It's the first gaming console ever. It's the Magnavox Odyssey.
Commodore 64 was.
No,
No,
fucking
the
Nintendo was the original.
Magnavox
Nintendo
Odyssey
Entertainment. Hold up.
Commodore 64 was.
I'm fucking googling this shit. First console ever.
Why does this sound
Yeah,
like
the
it's like
Magnavox
Ninja
Odyssey.
Turtle.
Nintendo 64 release. September 26, 1996. Yeah, so I guess my consoles, so I didn't own any of them, but my babysitter when I was really young had them all. So she had a Super Nintendo, and then she went from Nintendo to 64, and then to GameCube, and then the consoles that like I first started playing on were PlayStation 1, 2, and then straight to Xbox. No, like I played Xbox a little bit, then the 360, and then Last of Us 2. No, not Last of Us 2. Last of Us, the first one, was actually the reason why I went from 360 to PlayStation 4, because I was like bored as fuck
I was just
one
doing
day.
a piss.
And I think I told this story last podcast, and I just fucking was watching gameplay fucking of the game, so I'm like, dude, I can just go fucking play this right now. So I went out and bought one, and then PlayStation 4, picked up an Xbox One, and then I'm just gonna fucking get the next ones when they come out.
So Commodore 64 came out in 1982. When's
Wait, what?
How do you spell
What did you just say?
Commodore 64? That came
Commodore
out in-
64.
Yeah,
The
that's
fuck
like a
is that?
console that's like a console our grandparents played.
Never even
Commodore
fucking heard of that
64.
shit.
Yeah, oh, it's a legendary. If you're a collector, you'd make sure you have a fucking Commodore 64. What's the console that you said, Drew? Not Drew. Sky.
The Magnavox Odyssey.
That's the first
Okay.
console ever.
1982. 1972, so that's when it came out. I don't see many people collecting this. Not many collectors talk about it because it must be fucking shit though. But
There's
fucking
like no games on it.
it's just the fucking it's the ping pong and fucking soccer.
Yeah.
The ping pong.
Yeah.
Where you control one of the little 3 pixel things
Isn't
and
that
you
just
try
called?
not to
Yeah.
look
Isn't
at
that just
other-
called pong?
Yeah. It's just called pong.
Oh, that's fucking classic. I remember playing that. Not on that fucking broke ass console, but something else, like probably like on a Cool Math or whatever.
Well,
You know, if you think about it, Pong's actually modern day Rocket League.
No idea.
Yeah. I mean, you can't do aerials, but it's there. So,
Alright, what's your next topic?
I guess we'll end it with, because we're about an hour in, I think, just about.
well, we
maybe.
also had like 10 minutes of not doing anything because someone left.
Yeah, because somebody.
Yeah, Emily.
I wonder who that was.
It's silly because he's so silly.
Yeah, they called you silly while you weren't here as well.
Shh.
Hey man, he was starting his own parade.
We'll go with. I know me and Sloth kind of touched on it just while we were in a call together, and we also talked about it a little bit in the previous podcast. But I feel like we can do a nice, fucking son of a bitch, well-rounded conversation about the boys' plans.
All right, Emily, let's leave.
No. Sloth. So I guess just like more of a premise. I know like I said, we touched on it last episode, but kind of establish it a little bit more here. All right, good talk. Yeah, you there?
Are you gonna fucking cue me in?
I do. What? Okay. Now introducing the fucking man, myth, and legend, big dick, fucking silly sloth. Talking about the boys' plans.
Hey, how's it going, fellas? So like what? Like my plans for like the group.
No, that's like the boys' plans in general, kind of like where you want to see this whole thing go. Like I said, I know we talked about it briefly, but
so yeah, I've always wanted a group to have a brand, to get a brand deal with like turn the boys into a brand. So I've always wanted that, and yeah, like we all came up with the names. It wasn't just me, but yeah, I want it to like be an actual gaming group. There's a few gaming groups out there that have made like their shit turn professional, and you know, like once this takes off properly, like a proper really good start, yeah, I want to fucking turn the shit into a brand and get like deals going along with like developers. Even though I'm already doing deals with developers, game devs, but actually like proper fucking shit, like get sponsored. Later on down the track, what Drew really wanted to do was fucking come to Australia with the rest of the crew and fucking make a group house.
that'd be fucking sick. And you know it would.
No, I'm more of a fucking get a fucking gigantic office warehouse type guy.
Yeah, and I was
But,
saying that something like that would work as well. I
Yeah,
don't want to come
so,
to
like, we've
Australia
got-
because your Wi-Fi's fucking shit.
Exactly.
It's not if you fucking get a router.
Bro, you talk
Fucking-
to everybody who moves from any foreign country to America, they're blown away by how
Oh,
fast our internet is.
Yeah, but fucking you wouldn't fucking want to just cry about that. Like, the Wi-Fi's not good. I'm going back to America. Instead of like fucking actually getting a router into your fucking place. Like, that's what people do. Like the group click, the laser beam.
A
Fucking
router
high speed
itself
internet.
is custom with any fucking Wi-Fi here.
Yeah, well, yeah, but fucking, you have in your house for your Wi-Fi. Do you just have this little box that's like plugged in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and we call that a modem. What do you call it?
That's a router, and then the modem's plugged into
Okay.
a wall.
Okay, so a router, you've got the normal router that houses have, and then you have a business router, and that's what everyone has. That's what people like businesses have, especially if you really rely on the internet. Like that's what Ninja has in his fucking basement. And he has his own router down there, and he's American and he needs a router. So like that's
Everybody has a router.
Yes, dude, but not a fucking business router.
What? I'm
You've really thrown this whole topic off into talking about internet.
Okay, go ahead.
Fucking idiot. Nah, you've ruined it.
No, I
Ruined it
didn't.
now.
Keep going.
Nah. I just want a canoe. That's all I want. I just want a canoe. Yeah, I don't want the boys anymore. I just want my own fucking canoe.
Alright, well, since Silly is diverting his energy into just a canoe, I say we stage a mutiny. Does everybody know what the word mutiny means? In a coup? Coup d'etat? Something? We overthrow Silly.
Yeah, got it.
Jesus.
Just like put me on the
Emily,
platform.
Hannah,
Pull the lever,
Yeah,
Crunk.
good job. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm loving the energy.
No, go on, keep going, Sloth.
Oh, so yeah, just fucking yeah. You want a group house? I'm more of a fucking the whole warehouse office type guy, and like really like turn this into a proper group. Like you got the misfits out there, you've got the click crew, and
yeah, I was gonna say like Vanos, those guys aren't really an established group.
Yeah, like they're not they're a group, but they don't have their own brand, which
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to have our own brand.
Banana bus.
No, that's early. That's not even. They didn't make any merch out of that either.
No, but they
Yeah.
could have, and they
They
should
could have.
Yeah, they
Team
could have.
six.
So that's like I want. So what Venos has, it's not a group, but I want it to turn into a group, turn it into a brand. Later on down the track, once it all picks up, get someone to manage the group, and then like we're fucking set for goal. Like they're the type of people that go out there and get you fucking like into like the tournaments, all that
Deals
fucking
and
type of
everything.
shit. Yeah, deals, fucking unlimited fucking merch all the time, and then yeah, fucking live happily ever after.
What about Vanos' Team 6?
That's a fucking meme.
Which I think
They were-
should have turned that into a
sold
group.
stuff upon with it.
Yeah, but it's not a brand, it's not a group thing. They just turned Team 6 into a merch for a bit and they even made like a proper fucking animated web series for Team 6.
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty
And
good.
we had a rap.
Oh yeah, that was fucking dope. And like with that type of money you'd make when you turn it into a brand, like I'd fucking like hire an animator and just turn our comedy bits into like fucking animated shit.
Yeah, I'd be down with that too.
I'd be down not to do anything. Just pay someone to live my life for me.
Well, this has been the Boys Podcast.
Oh fucking hell! You're so downers. Polar, you're a fucking depressed polar bear, and whoever Hannah or Emily saying same, you're a downer.
Yeah, you're a downer.
I'm with the press.
Yeah, Emily.
Yeah, Hannah.
What, do you see my baby bottle?
It's about to be
But like, yeah,
H
so,
Gaming
like,
M
we've got
Gaming
the-
channel.
like we've got the boys as a 4-man group. Hopefully later on establishing getting some more people in. But then like I've got like a boys like fucking off-brand with Hannah and Emily and Kanzi AU and Jelly Sloth and Quiscar and all that type of shit. Like they're like the off-brand ones that we don't
Wait,
like.
wait,
Yeah.
sorry. The Jelly Sloth is not you?
No.
I legit thought that was your second like Discord or something.
No, I've got him on
His name
PS4
is-
and like I've got like a sloth gang on PS4 and like they have like something sloth and like we play Dead by Daylight and he's hopefully gonna be making me some thumbnails down the track.
Jelly Sloth subscribed to me today.
Yeah. I subscribe to the boys.
He subscribed to me first.
Well, duh, I just said he just subscribed to me today. So if he subscribed to you before today, then yeah, he subscribed to you first.
Well, it was today,
Drew-
but I'm sure it was earlier.
Drew, this is getting
Wanna
fucking
fucking
awkward as
bet?
fuck. Cue it out.
Yeah, we're gonna
Fucking
key it out. Anybody got any one fucking line zingers before we end it? Come on.
I'm the
Somebody
funniest one in this
Fire.
group.
I'm funnier.
Those are both
Wanna go
hilarious.
outside again?
I established we can't go outside.
Oh, you wanna
Females who
stay
think they're
inside?
funny?
Yeah,
Well, here's a question before we cue it out. Why does H&M Gaming start with H? Why does it start with M?
Ooh.
M and
Because
H
I'm
Gaming.
funnier.
Find out next week on the Boys Podcast. This has been the Boys. Thanks for joining us today, M. You gotta go ahead and say bye.
oh, bye.
Han,
Hi.
Polar Nesty. That was not the word I asked you to say, but go ahead, Polar Nesty. Good talk. And Silly Sloth.
Bye bye.
All right, see you later. Bye bye.
No, I got the last word.